Yeah, I also feel like the biggest, like, it was a couple of months ago where I was afraid like there could be like a karmic entry in my union. And I was just reading through the book Finding Your Ultimate Lover by Jeff and Sheila. And there was this line, like, probably God wanted me to read it, that if your twin flame is probably choosing to be with the karmic, right? Then trust that they need a lesson from them. And when I read that, I was, of course, like not fully, like, I couldn't accept it because I did not want like this kind of entanglement. And I was like upset about it. But then I was like, I trust my union because it's God's responsibility, and God will not promise me something that is not for me, right? So I feel like that is where a lot of trust also plays on your journey, on your healing, on your union, because it's a state where you have to come into a place of full surrender. Like, okay, like if my twin flame is not probably committing to me right now, and they're going to choose karmic because of their parents or because of whosoever, you have to also like keep doing your inner work about that feeling, and you have to like see that okay, it is God uh bringing me this lesson because I'm still somewhere holding on to this energy, and which is why it is manifesting. So it's a deeper lesson for them, and it's also a lesson where you need to continue to go deeper in your journey, rather than being in that state, oh, my twin flame is going to get married to someone else. The more you get scared about it, you will end up giving power to something that is not real, and that may end up manifesting. So till the time you will be like, okay, my twin flame is still with someone, my twin flame is married to someone or getting married to someone or in a relationship with someone, that is where you're still giving power to the external thing that is an illusion. Like, of course, you've got to respect what is happening in the physical, that's like your physical reality. Like, okay, respect that. And you have to continue to move through your feelings. And you don't have to like believe that it is real because it is not. What is real is your union. And when you stay grounded in that place, that is when things will start to shift and the third party will lose the power from your union. And it's not them coming in attacking you, taking your power. It's you, your own fear, that is giving them your power and putting it in their cup, which is why you may feel that, oh, they're ruling the connection while it's my union. But it's your own energy leak.
Yeah, just wanted to say that like it's that you who manifested the third party. It's not your twin flame. So whatever connection they are in, right? So because of your fears, because of your own beliefs, maybe culturally or however you have picked it up. So because of the belief which is underneath your subconscious mind, so you manifested the fear as a basically as a 3D proof in your twin flame journey, so that you can heal that. So it was funny if I actually now go back and remember my own healing. So for me, like the biggest thing was like I was not chosen because he chose someone else, so I'm not the one. And obviously, everywhere that was reflecting, as I said, my workplace also, like everyone is getting promotion, but I'm not. So I'm not chosen there also. So there's a lot of healing went, and I used to feel a lot of comparison with this hairbrush. So hairbrush is a term we use for third parties because to neutralize the connection. So I used to feel the hairbrush, I feel like, this hairbrush has got, this trophy, the my twin flame trophy is with with her, not with me. Literally, I used to feel that like she has won something and I couldn't. And also know that it's easy to speak about all this aspect, but it takes a lot of healing layer by layer, and you really have to go to the root of what is actually the pattern you're operating from. So you start with whatever your feelings right now about your twin flame and the connection, and then you just go deeper and just keep healing. It requires a lot of patience a lot of commitment, because there are a lot of very nice feelings that comes in, which is not very pleasant. So you have to feel through all that. Also, I just wanted to like share this to those whose twin flame are in like multiple relationship. And I think Sudikhya spoke about, right? It's not easy to accept, how can I accept, my twin flame? Because that's not something, it is what I actually like, really like wanted, or I'm not like that kind of a person. But understand, you're looking at this life, right? You don't know how you were in the previous life and how many connections you had, what kind of things you have done. So we are not really looking at a physical aspect of it. You're looking at the divine aspect of your twin flame. So accepting is something you heal and then bring to the understanding you're dealing with the divine aspect of your divine masculine or feminine who are in the connections. So to respect them, to know that these things are there for their own lessons also, and they will have to move through. You can't really put any control on this and you can't change this. Only thing you can change is like your own beliefs, your own programming, what you have. So once you change, your true twin flame will definitely shift in that place. Yeah, so that would be a good insight, I feel. Yeah, that's what I want to share.
Yeah, I think throughout the process, you have to be very, very compassionate with yourselves when you are seeing, you may even, like, sometimes, you don't manifest a karmic also. Sometimes the karmic is already present in the connection. And that's when you feel that, oh, maybe, choosing your twin flame may not be the right thing to do. But here, you have to understand that what pattern is getting played out, because the pattern, God is just trying to show you the pattern. And here, having deep, deep compassion for yourselves and your twin flame will really help you to go into the place where the pattern actually resides. Because guess what? The situation is getting created because of a separation, a pattern of separation. And you may be so used to it that you're not even recognizing it. And that happens to a lot of people who are on the journey experiencing a karmic. They are not even able to understand that, okay, this is something which is karmic, because they are so used to it. So, having very deep compassion for yourselves will actually help you to go to a place where that pattern resides and just transmute it to love. Do the mirror exercise, invite God, and you will be able to see, real shifts in the twin flame journey. And as we have been mentioning before, you don't need to, give power to, because the true marriage, the divine truth about twin flames is that you're already married. Okay, so if you see any other connections, any other marriages happening, then that is just there so that it shows you that where your union is, not experiencing that harmony with God. And so you have to feel very safe in going within yourselves, feeling into those things without blaming, without any guilt, and just being very compassionate to just love yourselves in this place. Because it's love which, brings about the change, the transformation. It's nothing else. You can just love something, and something happens in the twin flame journey very commonly is that when you're operating from a place of separation, something may feel very big, that okay, this cannot be healed. And I've seen this with a lot of people I work with, that okay, this is something which is very final, this cannot be healed at all. And that gives people a lot of hopelessness. Okay, no, your journey shifts the moment, like, that particular block. Obviously the overall journey may take layers, may take time, but if you're experiencing a particular block, then it's love. Just love yourselves completely in that place. Don't worry about how the journey is going to shift on the outside. Because when we talk about, karmic connections or karmic situations, those feel very heavy on your soul. So just going there and loving yourselves may feel may not feel like the most intuitive thing that your
mind tells you to do. The mind will always tell you to look at these 10 different solutions that are available outside, and you may feel like, going and choosing something on the outside which can actually logically solve your situation. But in the twin flame journey, it's about understanding and identifying that, okay, this is a karmic pattern, this just needs healing. So you go, you love, you accept yourselves at that place, and that love shifts your situation. You don't have to, you know, spend your energy in trying to convince your twin flame, trying to change anything on the outside. You just have to ground your energy into love, into doing the mirror exercise, into completely loving yourselves at the place where that energy of that karmic situation, person, just show, like, releases from your consciousness. And when that happens, that is when the journey actually shifts, because your inner work is done. And yeah, that's all that you have to do, because it's not you, it's God who, shifts the situation for you. So you have to understand your part of, like, you're part of something that you need to do, and God's job. And you don't have to do God's job. A lot of times, when mainly, when karmic connection situations come up, people want to control something on the outside, but that could come from, you wanting to do God's job. You don't have to do it. You can feel completely safe in releasing the situation, doing your inner work, till you feel complete love and peace within. And the moment your inner work is so deep that the situation really, that energy of, you can no longer feel the energy of that particular situation in your consciousness, that is really when the shift will happen. And this comes through continuous inner work and loving yourselves very deeply. So yes, accept wherever you are, be compassionate with yourselves, but don't accept the upset. Move through the upset, work through the upset, don't accept the separation, move through it. And as you arrive into the union within, your job is done. Then you give it to God, and God will shift that situation for you.